And we should treat ourselves like a pro athlete.
Yeah.
You know, because you're working a long time. You are your business, right? You know, you are the CEO of your business. You're going to be making money and you need to look after yourself. There's no point going like flat out. It's like going flat out in a marathon for the first couple of miles and you're dead for the rest.
It's not going to last very long.
Like,
it's not going to last long. I know that for me, that's for sure. But the strength's massive for longevity. Massive nowadays. And talk about bone density and how that changes after the age of 40 and things like that. And so everyone's doing way more weights now.
Loads more weights.
People are educated about it. There's a lot more information about it. You mentioned supplements earlier, and creatine, the benefits to that. It's probably the most researched supplement there is. But now they're saying actually it's got really, really good cognitive impact as well. After a certain level, your body uses it for the kind of physical side, and then it's got cognitive benefits. So everyone's looking for these marginal gains everywhere, and I'm no different. And to be honest, at the same time, I'm even of all the other things that I'm kind of up to at the moment, I'm potentially launching a longevity wellness health supplement business as well, just on the side, because I'm just very into it. So that's
health. So what would it?
Well, again, it's longevity, health, performance. Probably is how I'd term it. So it has got all those things that you need. So protein, creatine, and a lot of other ingredients that are very much aimed at that longevity. Just being well, being healthy, enabling you to have that high performance for a long time. I think that's really interesting. It's really interesting. I think the market in that is growing rapidly.
Massively.
It's been very much protein, creatine maybe, and now there's lots of other ingredients and supplements that people are thinking, why am I not taking this? If there's gains to be had, I should probably do that. So.
You've got some of the, like, there's athletic greens, they do a thing. David Beckham's got IM8.
He does indeed,
Is that right?
He does indeed, He's my competition, so
He's
don't
go for any of them.
A bit more of a bigger profile than me at the moment, so
At the moment,
yeah. I need to work on that knighthood he got last week. So
he's done great. I mean, he's transitioned from football anyway.
I love that.
But it's just, I think it's great that more people are talking about it. We're getting educated on it more because you're relating it to work. You are in the game for a long time. And when I started, it was just beers and lunch. It killed me.
That was the culture. It was the culture. There's a lot. Financial markets in particular. There's a big, heavy alcohol culture. It's toned
and you
down.
had to do it as well. I felt like it was peer pressure.
I think you did. And if you're younger, you're going to want to anyway. Like you want to go out all the time anyway. But then, oh my God, some of the short hours of sleep that I had before going back to the office when I was very, very much younger, I was like, how did I even do it?
You can't do it. And then if you're making like important decisions about important stuff, whether you're managing money or whatever it is,
you should be on it.
You should be
on it.
You should be like
we were always on it, always 100% focused, but maybe not. But then you get to a certain level that actually this is not adding any value to my life. It's not adding any value to my business, and so I barely drink anymore. It doesn't add anything to me.
No.
And
you don't actually have to as much, because when I was running a search firm, I would always be like taking someone out.
Yes.
So I would always be like, hey, what do you fancy drinking? And it's noticeably shift to, it used to be always, white wine, red wine, whatever, to I'll have a sparkling water.
And I bet you're relieved.
So
every time I come up and somebody's bringing me out, a client, I said, would you like to, I'll have a Coke Zero or something similar or sparkling water. And they're like, oh, thank God, I've got a big afternoon. I was thinking you might want a bottle of wine. I was like, definitely not.
Because then you're done basically for the day.
You are.
You need a little nap. And like you can't really get on it.
No, and honestly, the older you get, it hits you more, right? It's the recovery takes longer.
Does. Especially if you're working out. If you get into a nice thing, if you're working out regularly. I mean, for those that haven't started yet, I mean, you haven't got to go straight to 6 days a week, right? I mean, you can just do a few days a week. Even walking's great. Like I would just say, a lot of people that are they're not kind of getting into it because it's quite daunting starting. But you can do you can just, even walking, I think is phenomenal. Because when you're walking, often you're not looking at your phone.
Yes.
You might have your podcast on or something. And you can think, your mind's going. And you can burn some good energy and calories and whatever, just getting out.
Walking's massive. So I mean, my final year at university, I didn't get a place on campus. So I think I was a 45-minute walk away. And doing that twice a day, oh my God, I've got a phenomenal shape. I was training as well, but the weight just fell off from the walking.
Because you burn a lot more than you think.
You do.
And if you're working, financial services, it's changing, but still a lot of people work at home. I guess the good thing with commuting is you get to walk often. Walk to the station, walk to that. But if you're at home, like I would just make some time to just get out and have a walk.
Yes.
If you don't have a dog, having a dog's interesting because you have to go.
Right.
But if you don't, just get out for like 20 minutes, half an hour.
Do some of your calls on a walk, to be honest.
Yeah,
right? Do some of your calls, put your earpods in.
Yeah.
I do that quite a bit and I enjoy those conversations. I think you're having more meetings now whereby people are having walking meetings as well. Rather than coming into the office, maybe you'll grab a coffee and then walk around or don't even bother about the coffee, just go have a quick walk. A buddy of mine, he's doing 5K jogs, like slow paced jog meeting catch ups.
Nice.
I think people are very jealous. They're seeing it on LinkedIn. It's like, this is brilliant. This is what I want to do with my meetings now. Yeah. It's really good, right?
Really good. Good.
No one's trying to beat each other. You're not trying to do sub 20, but it's like we're going on a nice jog, catch up. But yeah, as you said, do a walk first.
Just just walk, and then you can start getting into it because then you feel good.
You do.
Because the funny thing with drinking, right, is that you're drinking and you feel incredible, then you feel shit after.
Yeah.
With walking, it might be tough with the gym workout, but you feel incredible after.
Yeah, 100%.
That feeling after it.
The endorphins, the energy. Yeah. I think I've got a lot of natural energy, but I always go to the gym before work and I rock up into the office. I am pumped. I'm pumped for the day. Right, what are we going to do today? How are we going to do this? I'm sure I irritate a few people, but I'm ready to go. And all the creative juices are flowing, and I've probably had some ideas when I've been in the gym as well. I was just thinking about while taking a second and then putting them into action. That's really good. But honestly, the energy levels are just incredible.
It's phenomenal.
After you finish your workout.
I know last time we spoke about your wearables. I think you're quite into that, right?
Yeah, so I've got more wearables than I have limbs nowadays. Exactly. Yeah.
So what are you? Have you found it? First, you found it useful.
Yep.
And maybe for those that want to kind of get more healthy and stuff, do you think it's worth tracking steps and where are you at with that?
You're just a bit more disciplined when you can see the data.
Really?
And I'm a data guy as well, right?
Okay,
So I love data from finance background, trading background, looking down to the milliseconds of trades and market movements. So I'm a data person anyway. So if you've got performance and data, I'm in. So at the beginning of this year, I thought, right, let's get back on the data. Let's really try and push that the kind of fitness performance side of things. And I love it.
So what do you look at?
I don't work for Whoop, but I've probably got about 50 people onto YouTube over the years. Like,
do you think does it give people a bit of encouragement to be like, I've got to get my steps in?
It does. It also says what damage not sleeping well
really
and alcohol does. Alcohol is just unbelievably bad for your body. It's incredible. You see your resting heart rate go through the roof the next day, even after a couple of beers.
Yeah, and you're
right? Unless you have a couple of bottles of wine, then you're in real trouble. But it gives you a percentage recovery every day.
Yeah.
And the data behind that, it just shows you what it does. And it's actually quite shocking and insightful, but I don't think people realise. And you might think the next day, I've got a bit of a hangover, but I'm doing okay. And you look at your data, you're not actually. You're really, really not. And if you've got a lot of responsibility, you've got a big day ahead and you've got to make some big decisions, you want to be on it. Everyone's looking for marginal gains, right? You're looking for percents or basis points of improvement. Well, this is like cutting your chances of making the right decision in half nearly. You are not 100% on it. And I think it just gives you the data behind it.
Yeah. You can also feel it.
Yes.
You've got a couple of bottles of wine, you're a bit sluggish. You've also got the data. If you want to try and get your steps in, it gives you a little bit of I've got to get out.
Yeah.
And maybe you just get a little bit more than you would do otherwise.
Yeah, you do, and it also gets competitive. So a buddy of mine, we did a HIIT workout on Wednesday morning really early, and afterwards, like, what's your VO2 max looking like nowadays? We're comparing our data. It's like, how much sleep did you get yesterday? It's like competitive on sleep.
Buddying up is quite good, right?
Yeah,
buddying up with someone at your level, or maybe someone a little bit higher, and he encourages you to. But it's just good to do that.
It does, yeah. It brings a competitive element in there, keeps you going and behaving well. But yeah, I love data. I love the high performance side of things, but there's some things there that are just so obvious. Everyone's looking for the tiny marginal gains. Well, this is a huge gain, right? Honestly, if I manage to get to bed early, I'm the next day, I feel 25% better. I really do. It makes such a difference. It's not easy because everyone's got very busy lives. You've got loads of things to do. And last night, for example, I didn't finish up until quite late, drafting a lot of emails and a few follow-ups which I needed to do, and I was probably in bed about 11:30, which is late for me, maybe not for other people.
That's late, yeah.
But I'm up quite early, so I need to.
So what do you usually get 8 hours or?
Yeah. I always try and get 8 hours. Try and get 8 hours, something like that. But then today, my data's told me, it's like, you've got a 63-minute sleep deficit. So I need to somehow try and make that up.
If people haven't read this, Matthew Walker's Why We Sleep, it's a great book on sleep.
Yeah.
Have you read it?
I have. The thing is with that one, I got halfway through and I was like, I've got this. I know what I need to do. So I didn't finish the second half, but get more sleep. Honestly, it's so basic.
How do you manage when you're traveling?
Up very early, lots of meetings, and you might have a couple of events in the evening, seeing people. It's not easy, and you also got to realise that sometimes you're not going to be perfect.
Yeah, that's true.
You will not be perfect. You just got to say this is impossible. Nobody is. That's an unattainable level. Yeah. Some things got to give at some point. So your sleep and my data will go down for that period. But then when I got the opportunity, because I wasn't doing a lot of exercise either, I was trying to get up early as possible.
When you're awake.
But you don't want to kill yourself at the same time, right? Yeah. You've got to be really on it mentally for all your meetings you're doing. So I did a few bits, but then I had a morning off when I was in Doha, and I thought, right, I'm going for a run outside, and it was quite warm. I thought,
solid.
It's like 9 now, but it's 34. It's going to be 37 in about half an hour. I'll try and so I did it, and I knew it wasn't probably the best idea, but I felt so much better.
It's good to
be honest. Yeah. In fact, you've earned your breakfast after.
Yeah, it's hot as well.
Yes,
it's great. The other thing I think that's happened more and more now is that you'd work hard. Right? People would always work hard, but they get burnt out and whatever. But there were folks that would look after themselves really well. But I always found in a business scenario, you wouldn't necessarily know he's going to the gym every day. He's taking creatine, or he doesn't have dessert, or he has more protein. Like all of this kind of like. Yeah. Healthy.
It's coming out a bit more now.
Now it's coming out because I think like for a young person, I always say like it's who your first few managers are way more valuable than the actual job itself. And if you happen to work with someone that is like behaving in the right way, both at work, but also like letting you know, by the way, it's in my diary. I've got a gym session at 6 a.m.
Yep.
It's the most important meeting of my day.
Yep.
Never moving, or flex, whatever. But but just like showing people how you can live a healthy life, because physically then you're mentally sharp. Then you can do all your traveling, you can do all your meetings, but you've still got some of these like non-negotiable things to look after yourself.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, if you don't look after yourself, you can't look after anyone else.
100%.